Today, I'm traveling by cruise ship to the beautiful island of Bonaire, where I'll be checking out one of the island's most popular excursions, Bonaire Marine Park Snorkel and Beach. Join me as we snorkel at the marine park to swim with the fish and visit the uninhabited island of Klein Bonaire to explore one of the best beaches this island has to offer. With that, let's begin our journey to the southern Caribbean island of Bonaire.
And a beautiful morning on board the Carnival Vista, just a few miles away from Bonaire. Now today we're going to be checking out one of the best beaches, if not the best beach that Bonaire has to offer, and that will be in Klein Bonaire. And to get there we're going to need to take a ferry, so I booked an excursion to Carnival Cruise Line called Bonaire Marine Park, Snorkel and Beach. Now do keep in mind that you do not need to book a cruise excursion to get to this island. You can also book through a third party, but I would definitely recommend booking through a cruise line over a third party. That way it ensures that you arrive in time and the ship waits for you.
For my visit to Bonaire, I booked an excursion to Carnival called Bonaire Marine Park Snorkel and Beach. It's a 3-hour adventure that starts with snorkeling through the stunning waters of Bonaire's Marine Park, which is known for its crystal clear water and vibrant coral reefs. From there, we'll be heading to the uninhabited island of Klein Bonaire to relax on the pristine white sands of No Name Beach. As we pulled into the island of Bonaire, you could spot Klein Bonaire just off the distance, a small uninhabited island surrounded by the signature turquoise water. Before long, we were docking Bonaire and the view from the ship was beautiful. The port had the classic island feel with colorful buildings, clear water, and sunshine all around. Since I booked this excursion directly through Carnival, the process was super simple. Right outside the ship, there were clear signs for each tour. I found my meeting spot for my excursion, checked in, showed my ticket, and got my wristband before signing a quick waiver form.
So just got checked into the excursion and the guy gave me a wristband and I got to sign my name on a waiver form, and next we're waiting to board the boat.
While waiting for my excursion to begin, this guy just stepped off the ship and immediately discovered the power of the southern Caribbean breeze. Leaving the port was a bit hectic as all the different excursions were being released at the same time. You basically had to keep an eye on the guide, or at least the person in front of you, to make sure you were heading to the right spot.
So I got in line for the excursion and I literally lost track of everyone besides this guy right here. So I've basically been following him to hopefully lead me to the boat here. I gotta say, navigating through the Bonaire cruise port can be such a mess. There's a ton of people, you just gotta know who you're following basically. So we're about to hop on the boat here very shortly. Just look at that blue water next to the Carnival Vista. Simply beautiful. And we have just arrived to the boat, and it looks like we're going to be boarding that one right there. Just have to show the security the wristbands to get into the port here. And now we're going to be boarding the boat. And this is the boat that we're going to be boarding.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
All right, on us. Thank you. Hello.
Hey, sir.
Welcome. So I'm so glad to be inside the boat and in some shade. And the good thing is they also give us water, so it's a big plus.
Once we boarded the boat, everyone was handed a complimentary bottle of water, and then it was off to our first stop, snorkeling at the beautiful Bonaire Marine Park. For the first stop, life vests and snorkeling gear were provided for everyone. The boat ride took about 10 to 15 minutes, and soon we arrived at that snorkeling spot. The water here had a really nice turquoise color, and I couldn't wait to jump in and see what was waiting below the surface. The water depth was about 15 feet deep and felt perfectly refreshing under the hot Caribbean sun. Our guide did a great job pointing out different types of marine life as we explored around. We had about 30 minutes to snorkel, and I was able to spot some really cool marine life beneath the surface. It was also a perfect way to cool off from the hot Caribbean sun, and honestly, I'd definitely do it again.
So the first snorkeling session just ended and I have this huge line on my face from the snorkeling gear. But yeah, it was pretty good. I saw some cool fish, nothing too crazy. I'll just have to review my GoPro footage and see what I caught there. But next we're going to go to Klein Island and snorkel there for a bit before checking out the beach.
With the first part of the excursion wrapped up, it was time to head to our next stop, the beautiful uninhabited island of Klein Bonaire, known for its crystal clear water and soft white sand.
Just made it to Klein Bonaire and I gotta say the beach here is really nice. It's about a mile or so long of white sands, turquoise waters. Do keep in mind that it does get a little bit rocky as you go further out, but overall it's a pretty nice beach. Obviously to get here there's no dock, so pretty much the boat just stops near the deep end and then you just have to swim to get here. And this is my current view of the beach right now, and out in the distance is the island of Bonaire, which is about a 10 to 15 minute taxi ride to get here with the boat. And over here is my boat, and this is just to give you an idea of where the boat docks and the distance you have to swim to get to the shore. So a cool fact about this island is that the beach here is named No Name Beach, and that's because this island is uninhabited, meaning no one lives here, and the beach doesn't really have a name, so they just call it No Name Beach.
I found No Name Beach to be really peaceful and relaxing. The sand was really soft and white, and if you're into snorkeling, I would recommend heading out toward the darker blue water as there's plenty of marine life to spot out there.
So if you're looking for something to do in Bonaire, I would definitely recommend this excursion, especially if you're a fan of snorkeling and just enjoying the beach overall.
With the second part of the excursion complete, it was time to make our way back to the Bonaire cruise port. Complimentary fruit punch is provided at the end of the excursion, and it was very refreshing after spending the day out in the sun.
Just left the boat and now we're going to explore the Bonaire cruise port here a bit before going back to the Carnival Vista. So about a 50-minute walk from the cruise port, there's this restaurant over here that you can go to that overlooks the water, which is pretty cool. You can get some nice views here. And they have a whole market over here of different things that you can buy and eat, which is pretty cool. So leaving the cruise port now and heading back to the cruise ship, I gotta say this port is actually pretty nice. There's a good mile or two that you can walk if you want to eat out or shop. Plus it's a pretty safe area. The operator of the snorkel boat did mention that they have a population of around 26,000 or so people, which is not a lot obviously, but it's definitely a pretty safe area here.
If you're visiting Bonaire on a cruise, I definitely recommend the Bonaire Marine Park Snorkel and Beach Excursion, as it's available to book through different cruise lines and makes for a great way to experience the island. Next, it was time to head back to the Carnival Vista and grab my favorite ice cream flavor, the strawberry and chocolate ice cream, as we wrap up our day here in Bonaire.
So I just made it to my cabin and we have about 3 hours left until we depart Bonaire and head towards Aruba. So if you're very curious about my time in Aruba, I would definitely recommend checking out the video in my channel. But other than that, the excursion was really good. I really enjoyed it. Half of it being snorkeling and then the other half being at the beach, which was really nice. And with that being said, if you guys found this video helpful, useful, enjoyable, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it and help the channel out. Until next time, peace out.